So this is a pretty good example of a contact page. Biggest problem being that it has too much information on it. It's well organized, though. You can see it's immediately obvious how you can get a hold of them, whether it's through their address, through the phone number, or through their email. Um, I would suggest that you don't have this many pieces of information if you can avoid it. You know, they probably don't need 4 separate email addresses and 6 phone numbers. But since they have multiple locations, they may need some. And so the debate here would be between having one contact page like they currently do, or having separate contact pages for the different offices, or perhaps even separate websites for the different offices. It would depend on the company. In this case, it might make sense to have separate ones for the Wyoming and Texas offices, whereas the Colorado could be combined. But despite all that, it's still really easy to read, which is a definite positive. The contact form is easy to see. It's very distinct from the contact information. There's a blurb telling you that you shouldn't use it if you're applying for a job. There's a sign of social trust, the BBB award they have there. The contact form could be better in that it doesn't tell you what you're getting out of it. It just says comments. It just says submit. It should tell the user what they want, what they're doing here. Ask us a question, get in touch. Maybe something even more proactive, like get your problem solved, uh, get your electrical problems fixed, something like that. But the layout is good. It's just that these little things like comments and submit can be fixed very easily. The important thing is the layout. And then lastly, there's a map. It picks up on their 2 Colorado locations, and it's, again, super easy. It's embedded properly, so you can actually like zoom in, zoom out, um, and so that makes it very easy. And there's this contact form right here through a chat box. So they've given you many ways of getting in touch with them. There's maybe too many, but the point is it's laid out well enough that you can actually make that decision yourself. They do have social media. It's not prominent. You got to assume that this kind of company isn't going to care about that aspect of of their marketing too much. The important thing is that it's well laid out despite the huge amount of information, and it just needs a couple tweaks probably to get better. So this is the kind of format you might want to think about following, just because it's so clear. Now, whether you have all this information, address, phone, email, and a chat box, that is another story. But it is well laid out for the amount of information, and it just needs a few tweaks to probably be a really excellent one.